Most people know the story of David and Goliath, a small shepherd boy facing a giant warrior, and somehow the underdog wins. But what if the story was never just about a battle between two people? What if David and Goliath represent something happening inside of you? Because the greatest giants you'll ever face are not outside of you, they're within. Everyone has giants in their life, not literal ones, but the things that feel overwhelming. Fear, self doubt, insecurity, past experiences that still affect you. You might hear thoughts like, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, what if I fail? What if people judge me? And those thoughts can feel huge. So, so huge that sometimes, you don't even try. You avoid the situation, you stay where it's comfortable, or you convince yourself it's safer just not to face it. And just like in the story, the giant keeps standing there. Because in the story, the entire army of Israel is afraid of Goliath. So every soldier sees the giant and thinks, he's too powerful. We can't win. But David sees something different. He doesn't see an unbeatable giant, he sees something that can be faced. And that difference in perception is everything, because your giants don't just exist in reality, they exist in how you see them. So let's break this down in a real way, because the giants you face internally are often the ones that shape your entire life. So giants are often built by fear. So Goliath looked intimidating, but what made him truly powerful was the fear that he created. And fear can magnify problems. It really can make challenges feel bigger than they are. And where fear grows, confidence shrinks. So comparison makes giants feel bigger. The soldiers compared themselves to Goliath. They saw his size, his strength, his armor, and decided they didn't measure up. And we do the same thing today. We compare ourselves to others, their success, their confidence, their progress, and the more we compare, the smaller we feel. Your inner voice can either strengthen you or stop you. So David didn't listen to the voices telling him he couldn't do it. He focused on what he knew about himself, his past victories, his experiences. And this matters because the voice you listen to internally shapes the actions that you take externally. So you don't need the same tools as everyone else. David didn't fight like a soldier. He didn't wear the armor. He used what he already knew, his sling, his skill. And this is important because you don't need to become someone else to overcome your challenges. You just need to use the strengths that you already have. You see, courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. David may have felt fear, but he acted anyway. And this is the real definition of courage. It's not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to move forward even when fear is present. So, how do you face your inner giants? Well, first, you identify them. What fear is standing in your way right now? And second, you challenge the story you're telling yourself. Is the giant really as powerful as it seems, or has fear made it bigger? And third, you take action anyway, not perfectly, not fearlessly, but courageously. Because giants don't disappear when you avoid them, they shrink when you face them. So you see, the story of David and Goliath isn't just about defeating a giant, it's about realizing something important. The giant was never as powerful as the courage that faced it. And in your life, your fears, your doubts, your inner obstacles, they may feel overwhelming, but they're not bigger than the strength within you. So this is the moment you stop running from your giants and you start facing them. So if this message resonated with you, if you're learning to face the challenges within yourself, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because this journey from awareness to courage to ascension, we're walking it together. And I'll see you guys in the next video.